Biafra, superstars, media.
Rufai, Nnamdi Kanu will be appearing in court, to resume trial. Appearing in court to resume trial. What do you think?
He has the right to face his trial, but my position has always been all of this long-winded trial. After the Court of Appeal then did rule about his case and said, this man has done no wrong, but the government went to vary the judgment and they are going through all of this. A political solution is the best answer for all of this happening in the Southeast. I keep asking the governments, if there's no marginalization, people like Nnamdi Kanu will not come out on screen. There's marginalization. So let us do the needful for each other. That's just it. And every region has screened marginalization at a point or two, because there's actually indeed a great level of marginalization and segregation in this country. So let's make it work. Let's make it work.
In fact,
remember the case of Sunday Igboho. Because the case of Sunday Igboho, I was a screen marginalization too, because things were being encroached upon. And that's why you see that this Trump and South Africa matter, they pain me, because now they are trying to victimize the black South Africa. What Trump is doing is starting apartheid 2.0. Ordinarily, it was ordinary traders that wanted to take Oyo, some parts of Oyo, that Sunday Igboho shouted about, that led him to be somebody that has gone out of the country all this while. Screen marginalization. How much more people that are not from here, they have no ancestral background, they came to trade. Then they settled, then they started to take land. And we are supporting them. They are also saying they want to have right. And guess what? Majority of the land is still owned by most of the white farmers today. The whites still own most of the land in South Africa. The whites still own. So in fact, justice has not even been totally done as regards land expropriation. Justice has not been totally done. How much more people that are not from here, they have no ancestral background, they came to trade. Then they settled, then they started to take land. And we are supporting them. They are also saying they want to have right. And guess what? Majority of the land is still owned by most of the white farmers today. The whites still own most of the land in South Africa. The whites still own. So in fact, justice has not even been totally done as regards land expropriation. Justice has not been totally done. I told you the story of Rhodesia now. If you want to have true justice, you should not push for reparation. All the monies, the likes of Session Road made out of South African land, should be returned to South Africa and Matabele land and Rhodesia. Because that man came, used force and used concession.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear
and they started the BS company where they started trading in diamonds. So please, let's do the needful. Let's call for justice. I beg.
Justice.
And
I also recall that recently Nnamdi Kanu made a statement, a very powerful one. He said, nobody should beg Tinubu's government for my release. I did nothing wrong.
No. That statement is supported. Nobody should beg. What did he do wrong? He cried agitation. What did he do wrong? What did he do wrong? I asked. He just cried for agitations. And he said, oh, this. The part I didn't like was the violent angle that I got into it. But he has a right to be able to agitate. But the part I didn't like was the violence part. The part I didn't like was the violence part, because once you put violence in, you have lost me. People have a right to be able to agitate for some level of self-determination, but once you put violence in, you have lost me. Once you put violence in, you have lost me. Everybody at some part have agitated. Did you remember at the height of the crisis in the 90s, in the military crisis and the annulment of the things that people bring up the banner for the Dudua Republic. Those were agitation for self-determination. Didn't some people still bring up banner for Yoruba Nation? Those are agitations. So when people have agitations like that, you call them to the table on the rallying table. We don't need all of this.
All right.
We don't need to be able to break this sense of discord. It's not fair.
Rufai
All we
Oseni,
need is something to build the country.
yeah, I think Atiku has come out to warn the federal government that claims of animals such as snakes, termites, gorillas, and monkeys, swallowing public funds must never be the fate of the funds budgeted for the critical sector of the health, in the 2025 budget.
My people, my Biafran people, now how on a day? I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending from where you listen to the sound of my voice. My fellow Biafrans, all I want to say today is be strong. To the mothers, to the fathers of Biafrans, the fathers of Biafra, the mothers of Biafra, be strong. Do not allow what Nigeria is doing, all the shenanigans they are doing, to affect you mentally and health-wise. We know the game of the caliphate. We know what they are doing. This is a country, Nigeria is a country that doesn't have no bearing. Everything is done impromptu, like a freestyle. Without planning, they do things. How can you hold somebody Nnamdi Kanu'S for about 5 years now, and suddenly you wake up one morning, you ask the one they call Binta Yaku to call him and put a date for him to appear? Out of the blues. I am watching, I'm observing, my people. I will not make a statement on this one until after today. We shall watch what will happen, what will transpire. I believe the time in his court date is 9 a.m. till 10 a.m. to today. So let us observe and watch. And also, I think I was led in the spirit to do this. I've been thinking about it. I've been told in the spirit to speak words of positivity to our people, to give my Biafran people the positive vibes, and even those listening to us, positive energy, positive vibes every morning. I am being told, being led in the spirit to do this. So today I would say we have to be strong. It's all about strength. Having the strength to deal with the game Nigeria is about to play today. And I may have to go spiritual, but on a solemn level today. We must be strong in what we are doing. Don't allow the devil to tempt you, to break your heart. Today is the first day of the week. Don't allow the Nigerian government to come with their shenanigans that will break you down. Be strong, be strong, be strong. Like in the book of Joshua, chapter 1, verse 9, it says, "Be strong and be of good courage. Do not be frightened, and do not be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go." Fellow Biafrans, be strong. The God of Biafra is with us wherever we go, in whatever we do. Do not be dismayed, my people. For so long I've been suppressing this down because of time, but I've been led by the Spirit that every day I come out in the morning before the Biafrans go to work, make a video and put it out. Sometimes I may have to vent out. I may have to lament in the spirit when I do it. Sometimes I'll speak this way very, very soft and calm. But sometimes I may have to lament. When they say it's go season, it's time to go hardcore, I may have to do that. It depends on the spirit. But today I want to call on the elderly in Biafra land, those that love Nnamdi Kanu'S so much, those that almost died when you heard the news that Nnamdi Kanu'S was kidnapped and you saw his pictures in Nigeria. Today, I want to call on you to be strong. Please, you must be strong. Because the enemies have something in stock for us. Just like in the book of Isaiah, chapter 40, verse 31. It says, and I quote, it says, "But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint." This thing we are doing, it's a long journey. I'll be a liar to you if I come here and say, oh, this quest for Biafra will be done and dusted after we went for the convention in Finland. No. It's going to be long. It's going to be rough. But we must remain focused. We must remain focused. It's a long road. We will stumble in the darkness. Our blinded eyes may not see the light. But on that road, if we remain in that path, we shall find peace. We shall find God. And God will help us to walk with Him in that journey. But this thing called Biafra, there is no going back. I don't give a damn what Nigeria has in stock. The games they want to play with, we will not go back. We have crossed the Rubicon. We have crossed that line and we are not going back. So fellow Biafrans, today as you prepare for your work, as you prepare to go to your work today, prepare and everything, keep an eye on the activities of Nigeria. Watch what will happen today for Nnamdi Kanu. Keep an eye. The Spirit says we should keep an eye. If it's a good news at the end, we glorify the Lord. But if they come with the bad news, because now they've now succeeded in proscribing IPOB, they've succeeded in blackmailing Simon Ekpa, they've succeeded in buying those around Nnamdi Kanu, and they've succeeded in buying those around Simon Ekpa. They've also succeeded in cajoling the so-called governors from the southeast to proscribe IPOB, and today they have now declared IPOB a terrorist organization. As the saying goes, the devil you know is better than the angel you do not know. We know the caliphate, those that went to kidnap Nnamdi Kanu, we know they are the devil. So the activities of this angel called Tinubu, these antics, he is now in control of the judiciary. His attitude, we don't know what he's up to. We don't know what's up his sleeves. So him calling for the case of Nnamdi Kanu to be resumed impromptu, for out of the blues, that even the legal team of Nnamdi Kanu don't even know what is going on. They were shocked to hear about this. There was no prep for their client. They only had one meeting with him where he said people should stop crying or begging for his freedom because he has done nothing wrong. So when they say the devil you know is better than the angel you do not know, we know Nigeria, we know the caliphate, we know the cabal very, very well. We know how to deal with them. But this one called Tinubu, he's like a nuisance. He's like a fly that flies to the ears, causing and creating a nuisance. We don't know what he's up to. We don't know if he's trying to please the caliphate. So please keep an eye on the activities today in that zoo. If it's a good news, fine. But if it's something that they come with a new gimmick, now have the power to say, we are now charging you based on terrorism and all these things, allow Nigeria to be Nigeria. Don't be shaken. Don't be heartbroken. Don't feel bad about it. Don't allow it to affect your day. It's just Nigeria being Nigeria. A silly boy will always be a silly boy. We know Nigeria very well. We know Nigeria. because we know that the God we serve is the all-powerful. And finally, I will go, I believe it's in the book of Ephesians 6 and 10. It says in that book, finally be strong in the Lord and in his mighty power. God, the power of God. That thing that runs in us, that thing that gives us strength, is the power of the living God. We must be strong, my people. Today is a tempting day, it's a testing day. And your strength will have to play and kick in. So if you're a Biafran in a local, Biafran abroad, I don't give a damn. All I'm saying is allow God to come in and strengthen you. Because something will happen today. The news that will come today, there is a thin line between that news. It can be good or bad. If it is good, fine. If it's the bad news about Nnamdi Kanu, we keep on staying strong because Nigeria is peculiar. Their attitude is different. So I took my time this morning to play to you what I've been hearing from the Zoom media. So many things, but I choose to pick on what Rufai Oseni said because most of you love him. You say he is the best journalist in Nigeria. So I took my time to go and listen to what he was saying about Nnamdi Kanu. He spoke well, although he said, well, when it comes to the violence, he's not happy about it. But you and I know that Nigeria is peculiar. The Biafrans, we went in peace. We carried white flag, not even the flag of Biafra. We carried white flag and they gunned us down like dogs and animals. We went to pray. They came to the church and they gunned us down. We went for a seminar. They came, they gunned us down. So that's been the trademark when it comes to Nigeria and the Biafrans. So it's only a coward, a fool, someone that doesn't know who they are, will keep on coming with the same approach. And the bully is coming to beat you up. You go back to your home, you cry with the black eyes. Next day you come back to school, the bully beats you up. You go home, you come again, he beats and beats and beats. No, a wise man will know it is time for you to defend yourself. By any means. Malcolm X, by any means. Malcolm X with a shotgun by the windows. He told you, protect yourself by any means necessary. So only a coward will see the enemy coming to chop your head off, and you remain there. You must defend yourself. And all what we've done so far is defend ourselves. They came with Python Dance 1, Python Dance 2, Python Dance 3. Today there is insecurity in the north. Where is the Python Dance? In the north. Today you have everything there. Boko Haram, Lakorawa, ISIS, ISWAP, Fulani Killer headsmen in the north. Where is their own Python Dance 1? Python Dance 2? Or the Cowrie Dance? Because you deal with your cows. Where is the Cowrie Dance 1, 2, and 3? Nothing. In fact, they call them in, they say they are now repented. They help them, put them in the military. They give them some money. They are begging them to go back to where they came from. And the rest, they call them their soldiers. They are freedom fighters. But in Biafra land, it's always different. When we raise our head up, it's a problem. They take the might of the law against us. That's why I'm saying that whatever comes out today, in the case of Nnamdi Kanu, remain strong. Remain strong. Let God be the one to strengthen you. I'm not saying you should beg Nigeria, no. I'm not saying you should pray to God for a favorable outcome, no. I will never pray to God to ask the devil to be nice. We know Nigeria for what Nigeria is. Nigeria is worse than the devil. So I will never beg God to beg Nigeria to do what is right. I know the devil and I expect the devil to do what devil does. But it's so funny that a man like Showore can be messing about with the police, bullying them, insulting the police, insulting the country, and he's free. You and I know the day a Biafran does that, that same day, you'll be gunned down or you'll be locked under the keys and they'll throw away the keys. You'll be sent to jail or you'll probably not have your life. But Showore, our good friend, can do what he's doing, insulting the IGP, insulting everybody, or having a good day. Even when he's going to court, he's happy. You can see the difference. That's what those people that call themselves Nigeria, that's what they don't see. When we say these things, they pretend they don't know what we're talking about. But Showore can be showboating, bouncing, feeling good. And the whole country, they are scared of him. They respect him. Why? Because they respect his right. When it comes to Showore, there is rule of law. When it comes to the Yorubas, not all, but those the who is who, they exercise the rule of law. When it comes to the North, they have the rule of law. They can enjoy that. They can exercise the rule of law. No problem. Case in point, Yaya Bello. You saw what's happened. He was having fun in courts. People came to pay homage. They were bowing down to a criminal in court. It's only the Biafran man that they will bully. You asked a judge to recuse themselves. They said, no, that judge must come back. Only a Biafran. The first time in history that somebody said, please, this judge, I think you are biased towards me. I'm telling you now, please, recuse yourself. Get me somebody else, any other person, not this judge. But somehow Nigeria being Nigeria, they brought back Justice Bintan Yako to deal with the case of Nnamdi Kanu. As a rabbit, I want to say, please, Biafrans, give what belongs to Caesar and to God. Give what belongs to Nigeria, and to Biafra. Remain strong. Something might happen to today. If it's positive, to God be the glory. But if the news is negative, I want you all to remain strong. Thank you, and may God bless you. May God bless Biafra, and may God bless the people of Biafra. I love you all.
Superstars Media. Freedom's gonna come. Yeah. Freedom's gonna come. I'm fighting for Biafra, fighting for Oduduwa. Yeah. Freedom's gonna come. Nnamdi Kanu is the leader. Yeah. We fight for liberation of the people, of the nation. Yeah. Freedom's gonna come. Freedom's gonna come.